the first responders and community. So, I have a list of people so far I'd like to thank publicly, from starting with all of our emergency services, like the Finley Fire Department, Alrema Fire Department, Searams, and all of the neighboring. I've never seen so many fire trucks and ambulances like I did that night at Travis Farm. I mean, it was just amazing Valiant to, that night was, it was an amazing response from all of the emergency. Keep that in mind, again, just like Team Rubicon, they work on donations. Those people inside of your community, our fire departments are volunteer fire departments, so keep that in mind. They're there for you when it happens, and they are funded by donations and a few dollars from the state and the township. I'd like to thank Andrew Kuzma, our state representative, who has sat in on, I think, every Zoom call with every organization and he has sat, he even bought sandwiches and dropped them off today from somewhere or Team Rubicon, but I mean, he has been dug in on every, Larry Maggi, who called me the day after and then said that had a link of people that came after that. Josh Shapiro, our governor, that called personally. Bob Casey's office, who has a representative from his office, call here every day at 8 o'clock in the morning. I think even at 8 o'clock last night, just to see if there's any way they can guide us, this community, through everything that's happened. To Nick Sherman, Commissioner. Cameron Bartolotta, Senator. Mako and Associates, who on the night of was what, an hour and a half away? An hour and a half away. I called him, no answer. I texted him tornado. He probably thought she's punking me like tornado at Union Township. he was at a fundraising spaghetti dinner, and so when I called, he didn't answer. And then I texted him, the tornado just hit Union Township, and then I called the road crew in to make sure that Ken knew to call the road crew in. And then he called in, he's like, what? At that time, we were directing traffic on 88 and all the sirens and
when you were talking on the phone, I had the fire department up in Hanover listening to the conversation.
But he got in his vehicle, left that spaghetti dinner, and drove to Union Township through all the road barriers and stuff to meet this board of supervisors. And even down to, I want you to know, he bought towels and washcloths for every one of those volunteers and put it on their cots, to a coffee pot, to coffee, to a car full of stuff from Sam's Club, but like just to make it homey for them. Obviously I want to thank Team Rubicon and Southern Baptist, because Southern Baptist is coming in to help with the floodplain stream. So maybe some rehabilitation, some making that stream healthier, getting some of that debris that we are allowed to by the DEP to get out of there. So the next time it rains, Mr. Bailey doesn't have to rescue someone by boat every time it rains. It's just been that area, and they are the waterways of the Commonwealth. So the DEP told us that they would give us an emergency permit to clean them out, but who pays that engineer to get that permit, and then who cleans them out? They're not our waterways, they're the Commonwealth's waterways in a federal floodplain. So it puts us in a position of, we don't have the money to do that, but our residents, it started to be that some of the people that lost their roofs and had trees in their houses had just a quarter mile down the road, there was so much debris that the water was backing up and flooding their homes. We had to, we got out just enough to make it. That's one of the reasons we hired some of the subcontractors, was just to make it flow, so that it wasn't even a rain event, they were starting to back up. So now these folks are gonna come in and they are trying to convince Washington County. It's been about 9 years, they said in the Zoom call. They had approached Washington County about doing what they call a VOAB, which is a volunteer organization for stream and floodplain cleanup, to keep the waterways healthy and flowing, and keep erosion control, and so they said they had reached the county about 9 years ago, and they just didn't show any interest, and they're hoping that now the county and people in Washington County and Union Township that continue to get affected we got reached out by so many people that wanted to help. What can I do? What can I volunteer to do? Well, these organizations will give them an opportunity to help their whole community. So I'm hoping that they're free to the county in the future. And they haven't reached out to them yet, but they're hoping to get people to maybe get the county to start having go-outs for, we get reached out to so much by people that are saying their streams, you know, their homes are getting flooded, their streams are eroding, and they need help. So when this next company comes in after the Sawyers leave, they're gonna try to clean out that whole floodplain, and anywhere we tell them, whatever they're legally allowed to do and help them. So, Waste Management has even reached out that because they are your hauling, solid waste management company, they're willing to take it for free. We have had, I mean, it started out with just the MD dumpsters. It's just a local dumpster company that dropped off little dumpsters behind the Quilter's Corner, and then over on, I mean, they were the local people that helped out, but now it's grown in bigger, and Waste Management does not only have a landfill that's partially in our community, they are our provider, and they agree. They'll take it, whether or not it's from one of those local guys, or they'll bring dumpsters for the debris in the creek that's non-biodegradable. To Ken and Denise Puglisi, who, everything from food to, food over there to, closing down, coming in immediately, closing down roads with volunteer people, brought in friends that just try to make it that people were going around the road closed signs on the chain and stuff while they were trying to clear it with live. So they called in friends and stuff just to park their cars near the road closed sign so that no one would get hurt for live wires. My husband was one of the people down there in the chain with my daughter's boyfriend. Let's Have a Shindig, which is a local catering company down on 88, used to be All Jay's Diner. She served them food at cost today. That was their dinner today, was Let's Have a Shindig. Monongahela McDonald's, who is serving them breakfast tomorrow. Lasagna Love, who made them dinner last night. That was Tanya Gosback and her daughters even. The Christovex, who, I can't thank Diana enough. I mean, like, you can, she'll give of herself way past what she should. But, here making sure that every need that they had, down to a gluten celiac diet person to
I brought one dinner today.
I mean, just organizing all of the, I mean, you can imagine how many phone calls that Diana has gotten here of just people either needing help or people wanting to help or people wanting to donate, or it has been chaos. And she is the person that, you know, that handles all of that chaos with a smile. And I mean, sometimes we all just gotta walk away with, you know, it's too much sometimes. It's either, but Diana takes it like a champ. Pastor Brent from Go Time Ministries that provided their lunch tomorrow. Bethel Park Public Works, Jefferson Hills Public Works, and Peters Township Public Works. It came in either flagged or with their chippers and ground up. When the people on Brownsville Road Extension, when it happened, they got hit hard. PennDOT came in and with plow trucks to clear that road for emergency services, which they should have. I mean, you know, we were hearing there was mass casualties at the church. They had to clear the road. But when they did, it just got pushed in all those people's yards, blocking their entrances, and then it came down to, well, we don't go past the right of way. We don't clean debris out of people's yards. We don't. So, Peters Township, Bethel Park, and Jefferson Public Works offered to help our road crew with, Bethel Park, I think, flagged for them. Peters Township brought in chippers, and I'm not sure what Jefferson, I know they came in, but what Jefferson? I don't know.
I think I actually heard some.
Yeah, you'd have to ask our road superintendent, but I mean, it was just heartwarming, but there was so much coming in. Like I said, again, Diana just fielding the calls, even down to Ken Puglisi fielding the calls, and Ken came in on Sunday around with Team Rubicon to show them all the different places on all the homes, and, yeah, I mean, Union Township's colorful, but it's a great place to live. We're a colorful bunch of people, but, I mean, it really, it's a great place to live. And even down to, the El Remo Fire Department, when they came to inspect to see if, this was suitable quarters for them, we needed showers for them, we needed, and Lenny Bailey from the El Remo Fire Chief said if this location won't work, we will open up the El Remo Social Hall and they can stay there. I mean, it was just, everybody was great. Everybody was great. Very stressful time, but it showed true character here, I think. Again, we'll probably look back at what we could do better to serve that. I don't think any community would have helped their residents the way we helped them. I don't think that, I think we did great. I think that a lot of long hours, so I wanna thank all you guys too. But, okay, so John has just pointed out Washington County EMS, which I didn't know, but they have spent a lot of time out here, so. And again, there'll probably be another list by the end of this for the next meeting, but those people that I know of, if I missed any, it's coming. So. So, EMS is already covered.